attention. This is not a joke, this is already happening and you won't realize it until it's too late. If your parents have started acting just a little strange, not obvious, just off enough to make your skin crawl, you need to pay attention, because they might not be your parents anymore. Let me explain. It starts at night. You'll hear footsteps, not stomping, not loud, just the soft, slow pad 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 of bare feet on the hallway floor. You'll assume it's your mom going to the bathroom, or your dad getting a glass of water. That's what I thought too. Until I checked their room. They were asleep, both of them, totally still. I stood in the doorway for a while, just watching, waiting for them to move, twitch, sigh, anything. But they were too still, too perfect, like someone arranged them that way. Then I heard it again. Footsteps, from the kitchen. I walked toward it, trying not to panic, telling myself it was nothing, but the kitchen light was on, and I saw them, and two people sitting at the table. They looked exactly like my parents, same pajamas, same faces, but no, it was only a surface-level resemblance. Their skin was too pale, like wax. Their smiles were stretched too wide, teeth too straight and too many. Their hands moved slowly and in perfect sync, picking something red and raw off a plate between them. They were eating. I couldn't tell what it was. Meat, maybe. Wet, bloody. They didn't use utensils, just picked at it with their fingers delicately. And when I stepped a little further into the doorway, they both turned to look at me. At the exact same time. The smiles didn't change. Their eyes locked on mine like they'd been waiting. They just stared, chewing, smiling. I didn't scream. I didn't run. I just backed away. Step by step, I went back to my room, shut the door, and locked it. Didn't sleep that night. Come on, the next morning, everything was normal. The kitchen was spotless. My parents were making breakfast like usual, asking if I wanted pancakes. I watched them closely, and I started noticing little things. My mom made my eggs sunny side up. I hate them like that. She knows I do. My dad used a nickname he's never called me before. When I asked how they slept, they paused, just half a second, and then both said in unison, like a baby. That night I heard the footsteps again. This time one of them stopped outside my door. I mean, they didn't knock. They didn't speak. They just stood there. I pressed my ear against the wood, and I heard breathing. Not human breathing. Slow, mechanical-sounding exhalations, like something imitating breath without understanding why it was supposed to do it. It stood there for at least 15 minutes, and I didn't open the door. And I've been pretending ever since. I smile when they speak. I answer their questions. I sit at dinner and don't touch my food. But I know they know. They're just waiting for the right moment, Diane. And now I need to tell you. Because this isn't just happening to me. There are others. Stories of doubles, of kids saying something's off, and then vanishing. So memorize this. And if your parents do any of the following, do not respond. They make your favorite meal wrong and insist they never did it differently, and they smile too long, just a little too long. They speak in unison without meaning to. You see them both asleep, then see them awake at the same time. They stand silently outside your door at night and they call you a name they've never used before. If even one of these things happens, and lock your door, say nothing. Do not let them know you noticed. Because the moment they realize you know, they stop pretending. And the scariest part? I don't know where the real ones go. Maybe they're taken. Maybe they're still in there. Trapped inside those things wearing their faces. And the ones living in my house still smile. Still say, I love you. But there's nothing behind their eyes. No warmth. No memory. And at night, when I'm lying in bed and the lights are out, I hear them whispering. They don't use words. Just the sound of teeth grinding. Breath that isn't breath. Thoughts that don't belong to humans. They're planning something. Waiting. And I know. They won't pretend for much longer, please. If any of this feels familiar, don't wait. Trust your gut. And if they come to your door tonight, and you hear them say your name in a voice that sounds too flat, too smooth, too empty, don't open it, don't let them in. Because those aren't your parents anymore. And they're hungry.